Hello everyone, my name is Bob D'Ambrosio from Kendale Products in Fort Erie, Ontario. We're the Canadian distributor for Southern Pride smokers and Broaster pressure fryers. But today's video is all about Southern Pride. We're doing some maintenance on our SRG 400 and our SC 300. These have a very similar convection air system and racking system, with one small difference in how the fan wheel is orientated. In the SRG 400, the bottom is solid. In the SC 300, the top is solid. And we'll get into that in a bit of detail here. So let's open it up and see what we're working with. We have a pretty simple nickel chrome plated racking system that just slides in and out with no tools. And our goal here is to get to this fan blade and clean out our convection air system. We'll start by taking out the food racks. Our next step is to take out our side racks, and they can just be lifted up and off. You want to be doing this once the machine's cooled down, obviously, just to avoid any burning or any kind of safety issues. There are 6 side racks in total. Once they're out of the way, they can actually fit inside your commercial dishwasher or be hand cleaned in the dish pit. Now that those are gone, we're going to take out our convection air channels that are located on the side of the unit. I'll start on the left side. I like to use 2 fingers and go into the center holes and just lift up, and they can be freely taken out just like that. Inside here, after a lot of cooking, you'll find there's going to be a buildup of some creosote, maybe some ash, and these can also be just scrubbed and sent through the dishwasher. They're solid stainless steel, super durable. Nice. The bottom ones lift up and off as well, and you can just pinch them right from the top to do that. Now that we've got all the toolless parts out of the way, we're going to introduce some tools to get the top airbox disconnected from the smoker. To get that off, all we need is an impact with a 7/16 socket on it. You can also use a ratchet, it just might save you some time with a power tool. Once we use this and get that out of the way, we're going to be using a 5/32 Allen key and a pair of circlip tools. These tools are included in your SRG 400 toolkit when you buy a smoker from Kendale. This is so you can complete this maintenance on a monthly basis. Let's get this airbox off. Be sure to keep track of the washers that are on the bolt so you don't have to be replacing them if they go missing. All right, so we've taken out 2 of the 3 front bolts. Now we can take all 3 of the back ones out. We know the airbox isn't going to fall because we left one in the front, so I'll go after that now. Okay, we can see the airbox is hanging now. I'm gonna remove the last bolt, but while I do that, I'm gonna support the airbox with my other hand. So have it on the head of the bolt, support the airbox, and undo it. Okay, the bolt comes out in the tool. Now I can lower the airbox down, rotate it 90 degrees to get it out of the machine. So that's the inside of our airbox. This will also start to gather some dirt and creosote, but again, solid stainless steel. It can be scrubbed and washed and sent through your dishwasher. Now that we've got the airbox out of the way, we can get down to our last component, and that's the blower wheel that moves the air inside the smoker. This will definitely show some buildup and some color after a month, and you should be doing this every month to take it off and clean it. So here's how you do it. Start with your circlip tool that we ship with each smoker. This has 2 pointed tips. It's sprung to stay closed, and it's a spreading tool that's going to open up this circlip. At the bottom of the blower wheel, that's our first step. And you spread it, bring it down off the end of the shaft, put it in a safe place, but please note that we do also ship extra circlips with your toolkit. Now that that's out of the way, we get our 5/32 Allen. There's going to be a cutaway in one of the blades on the blower wheel. We send it through there, line it up with the head of the set screw, twist it as hard as you can to undo it, give it 5 full turns to back it off of the drive shaft. Spin the blower wheel to find the other cutaway, which is found here. Same process again. Give it a good twist to loosen it and give it 5 full turns to get it off the blower wheel. And that's the last step to disassembling your SRG 400. We could take this fan blade now, or blower wheel, get it cleaned up in the dish pit, or give it a good scrub with some degreaser in the back and get it reinstalled. To get this all back together, follow those steps in reverse very carefully, with the addition of adding white food safe grease to your fan blade drive shaft. That'll make it easier to put it back together, and it'll also make it easier the next time you take it apart. Starting with a little dab of our white food safe grease, I'm going to apply this to the fan blade drive shaft. And be generous with this. It really makes your life easier now and next change next month. Our blower wheel has to be oriented with the flat spot. It matches the flat spot on the drive shaft. We slide it up and on. Okay, put it up so it keeps itself in the air for a few seconds. And then we're going to install our circlip. Okay, once the circlip's installed, we gently bring the blower wheel down, a couple of taps, and just rest it onto the circlip. Then it's secured. Next step, 5/30 seconds Allen. Find the cutaway in the blade. We're going to tighten this down. It's pre-aligned to the flat spot on the shaft. Give it a good torque. Find the other cutaway. Do the same process again. Make sure it's nice and tight. Now the blower wheel part is complete. We can put the airbox in, followed by our channels. So let's do it. When it's time to install the airbox, have one of these 7/16 quarter 20 bolts ready so we can put it into the middle at the front and keep the box in the air. Going in, 90-degree turn, up, and get this first one put in. And if you get a couple turns on it, it's enough to hold the airbox up. Now we can throw the rest in, finger tight, and finish them with the power tools. All right, bring our impact in or ratchet and just give these a quick tap for one impact. Our next step is just take our lower convection channels, install those on the bottom of each side, and we're just aligning these receiving hooks with the hooks that are on the inside of the machine. The upper convection channels have to be inserted in the airbox first, and then they can sit on the hook. Like so. Next, we can put in our side racks. So let's line this with the top hook in the bottom section. Do the same all the way up. And we'll do the left side next. And finally, we'll just put our food racks in. Each SRG 400 comes with 14 racks standard. We're just doing 2 today because I think you get the point. These racks are the exact same size as a full-size bun pan or sheet pan. So you can just slide that in the same way we slid the racks in. This can be used for maybe catching beef tallow or keeping the bottom of your unit clean. That completes the process of fully disassembling and reassembling your SRG 400 and SC 300 for cleaning purposes on a monthly basis. Remember, the only difference between these 2 units in the cleaning process is the blower wheel orientation. In the SRG 400, if you remember, the bottom of it has to be a solid piece of metal, whereas in the SC 300, slightly smaller blower wheel, it has to be oriented so that the solid part is at the top. Thanks for following along. Be sure to check out the rest of the videos on our channel for cooking demos, loading, unloading, and further maintenance videos.